beep, beep, beep. It's 6:30 a.m. and your alarm is going off, but you hit snooze. Beep, beep, beep. It's now 7 a.m. and you're rushing to get out of bed and get ready for work and be there by 8. Because you're rushing around so much, you end up speeding on your way to work, which causes you to get pulled over and get a speeding ticket. So now you're really late for work. And you're probably going to end up having a confrontation with your boss. This is not how your day you thought it would go, and you are about ready to scream. You are stressed. I myself am very experienced with the feeling of stress. As a full-time college student and a part-time employee, I am stressed about 99.9% of the time. It is important to be educated on the different types of stress and how it can affect you because it can seriously mess with your health and your overall well-being as a person. Like anyone else, I have felt this stress and feel like sometimes it can take over my life. Because of that, I've investigated more as to what stress is, what the different types are, the symptoms, and how to deal with this stress. So what is stress, and what are the different types? According to MedicineNet.com, stress is defined as a physical, mental, or emotional factor that causes bodily or mental tension. So let's go back to the beginning of my speech. When I said that you woke up late, you're rushing to work, you got pulled over, and overall you're stressed. So what were you feeling? Were you sweating? Did you have a rapid heart rate? Did you get a headache? Those are just a few of the symptoms someone can have when they are feeling stress. Others include low energy, headaches, stomach pain, chest pain, and rapid heart rate. Stress can affect different people in different ways. It affects no person the same. According to the American Psychological Association, there are 3 different types of stress: acute, episodic acute, and chronic stress. These 3 different types of stress all have different symptoms and different treatments. If you feel like your stress is getting to the point where you cannot handle it anymore, seek medical attention right away. This is the first step to help yourself and make sure that you're safe. So, what causes stress in college students? A study conducted by the American College Health Association found that 45.1% of students experienced higher than average stress levels. 12% of students reported tremendous amounts of stress. Along with that, 87% of students felt overwhelmed with the responsibilities, and 84% of those students felt mentally exhausted. So one thing that causes stress on college students is peer pressure. Most college students go to a new town to go to college. So you're in a new town, you have no one that you know, you have no friends, and you're just trying to fit in. So with you trying to fit in, you go to parties. And when you go to these parties, you possibly can end up doing drug abuse or alcohol abuse. With that, you also fall behind in college work, so you're even more stressed. Another thing that causes stress on college students is the pressure to do well. Say one of your parents is a lawyer, one's a doctor. You've always made straight A's in high school, and when you get to college, it is totally different. You make a C in college algebra and your parents are not happy. Many students feel the pressure of trying to please their loved ones and their parents, which adds stress on these college students. Sometimes it is the student feeling this way, that they have to meet a certain goal in mind. So many students say that their grades have a huge effect on their stress levels. Another thing is their workloads. Most of the time, I have an assignment due every day of each week. Sometimes I have so many tests in one week, they're all in different classes, and I have to make sure that I study all the right information for each test for me to make those good grades that I want. It can be very, very stressful. Along with all the work that comes in college, many students are married, have kids, have a full-time job, are in sports, Greek life, and have different other types of obligations. All of this combined can add up for a terrible situation if that student does not have good time management skills. According to Vahal Bajati, individuals who are under a low or high amount of stress learn the least. However, those students under moderate stress learn the most. Some students feel the financial pressure of stress. Some feel like that they can't go to college because they are married, have children, a full-time job, they have bills to pay, that they just can't go to college because they have so much going on and they can't afford it. So sometimes those students can end up dropping out of college for not being able to afford it anymore. And sometimes some people don't even go to college at all because they feel like college is not an option because they can't afford it. I myself am currently a student here at Texarkana College of finishing up my associates. I am withdrawing student loans, and every day it is a concern of mine how I'm going to be able to pay back those student loans in the future. So how can you help yourself when it comes to dealing with stress? I wanted to see what other college students did to manage their stress, so I went to Facebook. I posted a status and asked students for their tips and what they felt like when they were dealing with stress. One thing many of those students said that helped them was to either go to the gym or take a hot bath or a shower and just be able to relax. Another thing they said helped them was when studying, take 30-minute increments and take a 10-minute break. They said this helped them retain the information that they needed to know for those finals, exams, and quizzes. It helped them just to step away from the material that they were learning and just breathe. According to Sylvia Burwell, she believes that colleges can help students manage their stress and their anxiety by those colleges adopting the same approach as the government did in the 2014 Ebola outbreak: prevention, detection, and treatment. Knowing the signs and how to handle the stress can affect the situation very much. If you feel like your stress is getting so much that you can't handle, seek medical attention or talk to a parent, a professor, a friend, anyone that you can and that you trust. Please talk to them. All in all, college can be a lot of stress on someone. With many students working full-time jobs, being married, having kids, and having other obligations, college can be very overwhelming. It is very important to be educated on the different types of stress and how it can affect you because it can seriously mess with your health and overall well-being as a person. Like anyone else, I have felt this stress, and I feel like sometimes it can take over my life. Because of that, I have investigated more into finding out what really stress is, what the symptoms are, what different types there are, and how to deal with it. So next time you see a college student, tell them that they are doing a great job, that you're proud of them, or just give them any type of encouragement that you can because they are juggling a lot and sometimes they feel like stress is controlling their life. Thank you.